The Valley of Mexico, a high plateau in central Mexico, cradled a civilization that rose to prominence in the 14th century. These were the Aztecs, or more accurately, the Mexica. Originating as a nomadic tribe from northern Mexico, the Mexica were not the original inhabitants of the valley. They arrived around the year 1250 AD, finding a land already dotted with city-states vying for power. Driven by ambition and guided by prophecies, the Mexica eventually established their own city in 1325 AD. This city, built on an island in Lake Texcoco, was Tenochtitlan, destined to become the heart of a powerful empire. The island location provided natural defenses, and the Mexica were quick to adapt, developing sophisticated Chinampa agriculture on the lake. The Mexica strategically forged alliances, most notably with the cities of Texcoco and Tlacopan, forming the Triple Alliance. Over the next century, the Mexica, under a succession of ambitious rulers, embarked on a series of conquests. By the early 15th century, the Mexica had secured dominance over much of Mesoamerica. At the heart of the Aztec Empire was a highly structured society, a complex system that underpinned their success. At the apex stood the emperor, known as the Tlatoani, considered the living embodiment of the gods. Below the emperor were the nobles, or pipiltin, who held key positions in government, the priesthood, and the military. These elites enjoyed a privileged life, residing in grand homes, wearing fine attire, and enjoying the fruits of the empire's wealth. The majority of the population fell into the commoner class, known as Maxhualtin. These were farmers, artisans, merchants, and soldiers who formed the backbone of Aztec society. They paid taxes, served in the military when called upon, and participated in religious ceremonies. Below them were slaves, often debtors or prisoners of war, who performed menial tasks. Education was highly valued in Aztec society, with schools for both boys and girls, a rarity in the ancient world. This emphasis on education, combined with a strong work ethic, contributed to the empire's prosperity and the flourishing of Aztec arts and sciences. The Aztecs' ability to sustain their large population in the Valley of Mexico was a testament to their ingenuity, particularly their mastery of agriculture. Central to their success was the Chinampa system, a marvel of engineering that turned the shallow lake beds into fertile farmland. These floating gardens consisted of rectangular plots of land, created by dredging mud and vegetation from the lake bottom and securing them with willow trees. They were incredibly fertile, enriched by the lake's ecosystem, and allowed for year-round cultivation. The Aztecs also cultivated a variety of crops, including maize, beans, squash, tomatoes, and chili peppers, ensuring a diverse and nutritious diet for their people. Beyond agriculture, the Aztecs were renowned for their monumental architecture, a testament to their engineering skills and artistic sensibilities. Tenochtitlan, their capital, was a marvel of urban planning, with canals crisscrossing the city, grand causeways connecting it to the mainland, and towering temples dominating the skyline. The Templo Mayor, the main temple dedicated to the gods Huitzilopochtli and Tlaloc, was a towering structure, symbolizing the Aztec worldview. These architectural achievements, a blend of functionality and symbolism, remain a powerful reminder of the Aztec civilization's sophistication and grandeur. The year 1519 marked a turning point in Aztec history, a year that brought them face to face with a new and unknown force, the Spanish. Hernán Cortés, a Spanish conquistador driven by ambition and the lure of gold, landed on the coast of Mexico with a small expeditionary force. Cortés, a shrewd strategist, quickly forged alliances with indigenous groups who resented Aztec rule, recognizing an opportunity to exploit existing tensions. As Cortés and his allies marched inland, they faced resistance from Aztec forces, but the Spanish possessed superior weaponry. Their muskets and cannons, technologies unknown in Mesoamerica, gave them a decisive advantage on the battlefield. Adding to the Aztecs' woes, the Spanish unknowingly brought with them a silent and invisible enemy disease. Smallpox, endemic to Europe but new to the Americas, swept through the densely populated Tenochtitlan, devastating the Aztec population and weakening their ability to resist. Despite their technological disadvantage and the ravages of disease, the Aztecs initially welcomed Cortés into Tenochtitlan. Montezuma II, the Aztec Emperor, mistook Cortés for Quetzalcoatl, a feathered serpent deity from Aztec mythology, whose return was prophesied. This misidentification, coupled with the Spanish's initial show of respect for Aztec customs, delayed any immediate conflict. The Spanish retreat from Tenochtitlan, known as the Noche Triste or the Sad Night, was a Pyrrhic victory for the Aztecs. Cortés, despite his losses, regrouped and forged new alliances with indigenous groups eager to see the Aztec Empire fall. In May 1521, the Spanish, reinforced by thousands of indigenous allies, laid siege to Tenochtitlan. The siege was a brutal affair, a clash of civilizations with starkly different ways of waging war. The Aztecs, despite their fierce resistance, faced a formidable enemy. The Spanish, with their cannons bombarding the city and their cavalry disrupting Aztec formations, gradually gained the upper hand. The canals, once a defensive barrier, became death traps as the Spanish cut off supply lines and prevented the Aztecs from escaping. Disease continued to ravage the besieged city, further weakening the Aztec defenders. After 80 grueling days of siege, Tenochtitlan, once a magnificent metropolis, lay in ruins. The Spanish, aided by their indigenous allies, had conquered the Aztec capital, marking the end of an empire. Despite the Spanish conquest and the systematic suppression of Aztec culture, the legacy of this once great civilization continues to resonate through Mexican society. The Aztecs' influence is deeply woven into the fabric of modern Mexico, a testament to the enduring power of their culture and traditions. From language and cuisine to art and architecture, the echoes of the Aztec Empire are still perceptible centuries later. One of the most visible remnants of the Aztec past is the presence of their architectural achievements. While many temples and pyramids were destroyed or fell into disrepair, some survived, offering a glimpse into the grandeur of their civilization. The Templo Mayor, though partially destroyed, has been excavated and partially restored, standing as a powerful symbol of the Aztec presence in the heart of Mexico City. The Aztecs' artistic legacy is another enduring aspect of their culture. Their intricate stone carvings, colorful codices, and expressive sculptures, often depicting religious themes or scenes from daily life, continue to captivate and inspire. These artifacts, housed in museums and archaeological sites, provide valuable insights into the Aztecs' beliefs, values, and artistic sensibilities. The Aztecs' cultivation of crops like maize, beans, and chili peppers continues to be a cornerstone of Mexican cuisine, highlighting the lasting impact of their agricultural innovations. The Spanish conquest brought about a period of profound cultural change, as indigenous traditions were suppressed and replaced with European ones. However, the Aztecs' cultural influence proved remarkably resilient. Instead of being completely eradicated, it blended with Spanish and other indigenous cultures to create the vibrant tapestry that characterizes modern Mexican identity. One of the most striking examples of this cultural fusion is the syncretism evident in Mexican religious practices. While Catholicism became the dominant religion after the conquest, many indigenous beliefs and rituals were absorbed into the new faith. This blending of traditions is evident in celebrations like the Day of the Dead, where pre-Hispanic beliefs about death and the afterlife are intertwined with Catholic observances. The Aztecs' influence is also evident in traditional Mexican medicine, where indigenous knowledge of herbal remedies and healing practices continues to be passed down through generations. Many Mexicans still rely on these traditional remedies alongside modern medicine, demonstrating the enduring value placed on indigenous healing practices. Moreover, the Aztecs' legacy lives on in the stories, myths, and legends that continue to be told and retold throughout Mexico. These tales, passed down orally for generations, often blend historical events with mythological elements, providing insights into the Aztecs' worldview, beliefs, and values. The Nahuatl language, once spoken throughout the Aztec Empire, continues to be a living testament to their cultural influence. While Spanish is the dominant language in Mexico, Nahuatl survives. Spoken by over 1.5 million people, primarily in rural communities. Many Nahuatl words have been incorporated into Mexican Spanish, enriching the language and reflecting the enduring presence of indigenous culture. Mexican cuisine, a vibrant and flavorful fusion of indigenous and European culinary traditions, also bears the indelible mark of the Aztecs. Many staple ingredients such as maize, beans, chili peppers, tomatoes, and avocados were first cultivated by the Aztecs and their Mesoamerican predecessors. These ingredients form the foundation of countless Mexican dishes, from the humble tortilla to the complex mole sauces. The Aztecs' culinary influence extends beyond individual ingredients to encompass cooking techniques and flavor profiles. The use of grinding stones to create mesa for tortillas, the roasting of chilies to enhance their flavor, and the blending of spices to create complex sauces all have roots in pre-Hispanic culinary traditions. These techniques, passed down through generations, ensure that the flavors of the Aztec world continue to tantalize taste buds in modern Mexico. The enduring presence of Nahuatl and the continued use of indigenous ingredients and cooking techniques highlight the Aztec Empire's lasting impact on Mexican culture. The story of the Aztec Empire is not just a tale of a lost civilization. It is a vital part of Mexico's ongoing narrative. The Aztecs' legacy is not confined to museums or history books. It is a living presence woven into the fabric of Mexican society. Their story is a reminder of the importance of understanding the past to make sense of the present and shape the future. The Aztecs' story is a complex one marked by both impressive achievements and brutal conquests. They were a civilization of contradictions capable of great artistry and scientific innovation, yet also of waging war and practicing human sacrifice. Their story challenges us to confront the complexities of the past and to recognize the multifaceted nature of human societies. As Mexico continues to grapple with its history and identity, the legacy of the Aztecs remains a source of both pride and controversy. Their story sparks debates about colonialism, indigenous rights, and cultural preservation. It forces us to confront the enduring impact of the past on the present and to consider how to create a more just and equitable future. The Aztecs' legacy is a testament to the enduring power of culture and the importance of remembering and honoring the contributions of